Welcome to the Pixel Marketing Show, the podcast for real estate media pros who want to go from random acts of marketing to remarkable results. I'm your host, Pete Stagel, founder of PixlCRM and creator of the Pixel Marketing Method. And every week, we're diving into the systems, strategies, and real stories that help you attract better clients, retain them longer, and grow a real business. Let's get into it. Welcome back. So we just got back from PMRE, the industry conference, photo and media for real estate in Las Vegas. Had a great time talking to so many of you. One of the recurring things that came up a lot is AI. And there's so much with AI. It's exploded this year. With AI editing, there's multiple companies out there now that'll let you do same-day delivery and a lot of cool things that are going on, including a lot of video editing and whatnot. This conference, I think, was the largest when it came to sponsors of various different platforms and systems out there to help you grow and move your business forward, especially in the editing side, along with your job delivery and scheduling stuff as well. I think one of the AI editing tools even released that they have scheduling and delivery, so it can help you do QC and do a lot of the back and forth edit requests and whatnot right inside their platform. Really cool stuff that's going on. But one of the things that came up a lot, especially in my conversations with a lot of potential users and even some of our other users, is what exactly is a CRM? PixlCRM, we're pretty much the only ones in the industry that are providing a CRM and marketing automation and systems and tools to help you attract clients, retain the ones you have, and ultimately grow and scale your business. And they weren't quite sure where PixlCRM fits into their business. And so that's what we're going to cover in this episode, is we're going to go into why do you need a CRM? And what can it do? And what makes PixlCRM different than maybe some of the CRM functionalities that you might already have inside of your booking and scheduling and delivery platform. So one of the things that has been pivotal in most businesses, most real estate media businesses, has been their delivery platform. Being able to schedule online and upsell and book the shoot and deliver the shoot. And many of the platforms provide some marketing material that you can use. We teach that in the Pixel Marketing Method, is to teach your clients on how to use a lot of the marketing materials that your booking platform already provides you. And they think that that's like the only thing that they need to do. But the problem that they really have is the booking and scheduling and delivery platform. That's just one part of the business. That's one part of the process and the customer journey. And ultimately, it's the part where it's kind of smack dab in the middle. It's not what happens beforehand, and it's not what happens after the shoot. It's just the job. And so what a CRM does, and what it's really designed for, is for people management. It's your clients and your customers and prospects and leads, and it's not necessarily about the job. It's all contact. It's all people based, and that, which is ultimately what CRM means. It's customer relationship management. So it's designed all around making sure that you're staying in touch with your clients, that you're following up with your leads, and moving them through the customer journey so that they do book a shoot and have a good experience and whatnot. And so where PixlCRM comes in, and PixlCRM, quite frankly, is not just a CRM. It's really more of a marketing automation platform. It allows you to automate a lot of your marketing activities, provides you a lot of the tools you need to do the marketing, as well as the follow-up and all of that, all in one place. And so it ultimately replaces a lot of the tools that some people just along the way tend to add on to their business. So if you have your scheduling and delivery platform, what else do you typically use? You typically use your phone. And if you're a growing business, hopefully you've moved to a VoIP system where it's OpenPhone, Grasshopper, Ring Central, one of those ones that you can hand off to an admin to actually manage for you. And it's not just a second SIM on your phone, or hopefully it's not your personal cell phone. And I know that a lot of you, as you grow, that is one of those hurdles you have to get over, is how do you hand that phone off to somebody else? But PixlCRM it's designed to do a lot of that for you. And so you've got for your phone. Sometimes you'll have a MailChimp or email management platform to be able to send out newsletters and email blasts. Some people use Monday for some marketing actions. I know some people use it for like the DM method or to track who they're messaging and offering whatever offer that they're offering them through social media or email or what have you, cold calls even. And so they're using all of those types of tools to manage that. Sometimes people are using lead pages or landing pages on their website or WordPress or something along those lines to capture information. Sometimes you'll use Typeform, Zapier. A lot of times you're using Zapier to get some data out of your booking platform, so you can kind of track it in a spreadsheet or try to move contacts around, because you're trying to piece a lot of the little systems that you have all around, and ultimately PixlCRM takes the place of a lot of that, if not all of that, besides your booking and scheduling platform, because you don't need Zapier to get data in and out, because we have integrations with all of the major platforms to get all of your data out of them, including sometimes we even have additional integrations that can do even more than just get data out. But we've also consolidated all that data into the CRM. And so now we have that order history. Now we have the revenue history. We have the dates and whatnot, so you can actually track when the last time they placed an order, which is where we have our client status tracker, and all that is all coming from that data that's typically locked into your booking platform. And so we unlock all of that data so that you can actually use it and trigger different automations and follow-ups and whatnot there. And so you don't typically need Zapier or Make or any of the other tools out there that'll move data from one place to another, because you're not trying to send data from your booking platform to MailChimp and to Google Contacts and to your phone system. It's all just all in one spot. And so we typically see a lot of our users consolidate a lot of their tools into one, which is PixlCRM. But that's not just it. It's not just all of the same tools you've been using right along, and in one. It's so much more. Which is why we wrote the Pixel Marketing Method, because a lot of people just couldn't get a handle on what all it could do, and also why I'm doing this episode is that I want you to fully understand what a PixlCRM is and what PixlCRM is. And so ultimately, PixlCRM it handles everything that happens before a lead or a customer actually books with you, but also everything after. And so we have funnels and websites and landing pages that allow you to capture lead information. We have forms and surveys and quizzes that you can actually engage your leads to get them to give you information and provide value back, and do traditional funnels so that you can actually get people into your ecosystem so you can nurture them along and build that know, like, and trust before they even actually book a shoot. And that's ultimately a big piece too, is that a lot of people, they just have their booking platform, and so they do an office presentation and they say, hey, go to our website and book a shoot, or maybe they'll even do an offer of, hey, when you book here, use this coupon code or what have you. But there's no way to follow up on that. There's no way to make sure that they actually got that information until they actually book a shoot. And the problem with that is that there's so many ways that they can forget you. They can not be ready to book a shoot at that point, and they have no way to find you 2, 3, 6 months later when they do have a listing, or they are ready to use a different provider. Especially if you haven't been following up, they forgot who it was that they said, hell yeah, there was a guy who did an office presentation a couple months ago. Sounded pretty cool, but I forgot all about him. And you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the person that's forgotten about. You want to be the one that is top of mind all the time, so that they are going to use you, they're going to refer you, and you're going to grow your business from all of the business that you'll get from that. And so it's all of the stuff that happens beforehand, but then also afterwards. So again, the booking platforms and the delivery, most photographers, most real estate media business owners, they have their booking platform in place. And so a customer books a shoot, they get booking appointment reminders, you show up, you do the shoot, and then you deliver the shoot. And then you're waiting for them to come back and book another shoot. And there's so many more touch points, so many more communications that really should be happening, so you can stay top of mind and you can nurture that relationship along, making sure that they are happy with it, making sure that they knew that you did all these other things, making sure that they know how to use the media that you did provide them, and that there's so much more that you can provide, and there's so much more that you can stay top of mind with, and that's why having a consistent newsletter and running promotions and rewards offers and whatnot, and then ultimately reactivation offers if they don't book another shoot, bring them back in and try to get them back in. And so there's all of those before the shoot and after the shoot that the booking platforms just don't handle. And that's where PixlCRM really comes in, is managing all of that communication, keeping it all in one spot, especially as you grow and especially as you start building your team. When you start stepping away from the actual shooting, and you've got your admins, you've got your couple of photographers in the field, and you're ready to take that business owner step where you're going to be working on the business rather than in it on a day-to-day basis, shooting and managing the client relationship. You want to be able to hand this off to people, and that's where the CRM starts becoming that integral piece of your business, where you can add users in and they can see the full conversation history. They can see what they've booked. They can see when the last time you followed up with them. You can see what email newsletters they've gotten and offers they've gotten in the past. So you can see that entire history, but also they can capture all of that. So whether they are messaging you on Instagram or Facebook or emailing you or texting you or calling you, it's all in one spot, and you can actually start building systems and processes in place so that your admin team, your photographers, if you want to have them have access to it, they can all see what's going on, and they can pitch in where they need to make sure that the client is communicated with in a timely manner. And it's not just on you as the business owner having to do this all the time. Back when I first started my real estate media business, this was one of those big things that I handed off really quick, was being able to put somebody else into my communication platform, so that if a client called or if they texted or they sent an email, it got handled quickly. I remember before I had put those processes in place, I had the number one top producer in the market had just started using us. They did 300-400 shoots or listings a year. Really excited to have them. We did probably 10-20 shoots with them, and what happened was I had delivered everything in the morning, and because this was before I had an admin that was handling all the communication. And then I went off to do a shoot out in the middle of nowhere with no cell service for a couple hours away. So it was a couple hours I was without cell service. And I come back into cell service after doing that shoot, and I had 13 text messages, something like, or what have you, from this agent wondering where the photos were. They were in her email, but she couldn't find them or what have you. Ultimately, we lost her as a client, fairly quickly, because she wanted to be able to have access to us, and be able to get her questions answered pretty quickly. And so that was when I really started leaning on some tools and admin and customer support systems, so that we didn't have that happen again. But that's all something that PixlCRM can do now. And it's very easy because all of it comes into one spot. You just add a user to it, it's your admin or another photographer or what have you, and they can respond across all of your communication channels. And that was a huge thing. And one of the things here more recently is with all the things that are AI, is we have a lot of AI built into the platform, including voice AI, conversation AI, web chat widgets that you can put on your website so they can, chat in, and AI can handle that. And then a lot of AI tools for building out all of your pieces that you need. And so everybody's really focused on the AI editing right now, which is great, and it definitely solves a need. But there's a lot more in your business and in your business process that AI can lend a hand to. One of the speakers at PMRE was saying how using AI to kind of build a knowledge base for your business, so that your employees and support staff can at least have a list of SOPs and answers to things, and ultimately PixlCRM can do that as well. Except instead of just having your employees have access to it, you can actually have your customers have access to this data as well. And so with a web chat widget, I'm not saying you have to do this. This is definitely more the self-serve side of things, but you can have it on the web chat widget, you can have the text message, you can have them voice AI, and you can feed it all of the information about your business, including your SOPs and whatnot, so it knows how to answer the questions that your clients might have. Ultimately, you still want to keep that relationship, and you definitely want to pick up the phone and answer directly as well. But for those times where you can't, especially if you are like I was out in the middle of nowhere, didn't have cell service and couldn't respond, you can have all of that in there. And you can also have it so that it just prompts your employees with the appropriate information. So they don't have to go digging for what your policy is on something or what the process is for something. It can actually pop up as a suggestion based on the knowledge base in the system. So it really does take a lot of the things that a lot of people are giving you tidbits here and there of all of the different things that you should be doing in your business, and consolidates it all into one. So it really can become that business management system alongside your scheduling and delivery platform. And there's a ton of other things that it can do. It really is a marketing automation and sales and marketing system that allows you to do so much. And even when you jump on a demo call or a onboarding call with us, I try not to overwhelm you with all of the things it can do, because it can do so much. We try to get you to do the foundation first, because that's all of the pieces that you need to set up now, so you can kind of get the most value out of the system, and then you can start playing with all the other things that you can do. But one of our users, he was at a PMRE and was talking to a lot of people as well. One of the things that he was telling a lot of people about PixlCRM and why he likes it so much is, he's learned the system and he's got the foundation set up, and now whenever he wants to run a promo, or he's got a headshot event and he wants to capture leads or what have you, he just plugs it into the system, builds a quick landing page and a form, and ties it to another workflow, and he's got a whole nurture process already built out, and it just captures it with QR codes and works and gets the leads right in there, and it just goes into the system. He built it once, and now it just happens all the time. And so that's the great thing about having systems, is that they build on each other as you go. And that's really where I think the biggest strength in PixlCRM is that it provides so many tools that just you can start building them and layer them on top of each other, so that when you want to do something new, it's really quick to do, because you've already got the foundation laid. For instance, if you were when you first set up your booking platform, I'm sure you all have the experience of spending several days trying to perfect your shopping cart and get your calendars all connected and your staff in there and make sure everybody knows how to use it. But once it's done, now you know how to use it. Now it just works. And it does that brilliantly. Most of the platforms out there are all excellent at what they do, which is why we don't have a booking side for shoots and we don't have a delivery side, because there's some really good companies out there that are doing a really good job with that. But this is for everything that happens beforehand and everything happens afterhand. And one of the questions I did get at PMRE was, well, I'm already sending a newsletter out by MailChimp. I've already got OpenPhone. What else do I need? I don't need anything. I've got a website, nobody goes to it, and I've got my booking platform, and that's where I send everybody. And the problem with that is that a newsletter that's being sent out is being sent out to everybody, which is great. You should absolutely do that. But you're not sending the right message to the right person at the right time, which is where the CRM comes in. Being able to respond to somebody wherever they are in that customer journey. If it's a lead that's coming in, you can respond appropriately to them. If it's a client that's messaging in, you can respond appropriately to them. If they're claiming an offer or doing a referral, you can send them all to the right place at the right time and give them the right message through the right nurture process and the right sales sequence, so that they're all getting the right message for where they are in the process. You're not just sending out a newsletter to everybody. You're sending out exactly what they need. It allows you to do that transitional offer where you're getting that prospect to raise their hand and get them into the system so you can follow up and nurture with them. It allows you to get that Instagram message from a client who says, hey, here's this reel that I want to try to replicate, and they can get that to the photographer or what have you if the admin's in there. It allows you to schedule your social media in bulk, so that your admin can go in. You don't have to have them have access to any of your social accounts. They have them once you link them inside of PixlCRM, they have access. at least the access that they need. So you don't have to share your password or anything like that. But now they can post on your Instagram, on your Facebook page, on your YouTube channel, on your Threads Google business profile. And you can consistently, all of these little tools just make your life easier, especially as you grow and scale your team, because then you can see everything that everybody's doing. You can see everything that needs to happen. You can delegate what you need to do so that you can work on the business rather than in it, and you're not having to do the same thing over and over again manually. It's all inside the system. One of the things I don't talk about a lot, and I'm not going to go too in depth with this, is that there's a lot of talk about SOPs and making sure that you actually get all this done. And one of the suggestions was to use Loom to record, and then there's a SOP feature that'll spit out all the steps that you need to do. And that's great. I love that. And we actually have been doing that for a while inside my business. But you can actually put that into PixlCRM as a repository, so you don't need another third-party tool to store all of that. You can put it all inside of the courses section and build out entire courses for your photographers, for your admin team, for whoever else in your business that needs it. And you can put that all in there. And you can also use that same information and train the AI to be able to give you those answers as well. So there's a lot that you can do, and it really is the only other tool you need besides your booking and delivery platform. Yeah, it handles all of your other things for you. So it really does fit right into most people's businesses, especially the ones that are scaling and growing a team and start needing to manage a lot more pieces of their sales and marketing and client communication. So hopefully that clears up a little bit more about what PixlCRM is and how it works. It really does work hand in hand with the Pixel Marketing Method. Like I said, I wrote the book because we had the software that people just weren't quite sure what to do with it, and so we built the process and the method so that you can actually build all of your marketing systems into it fairly easily. And of course, we have templates and stuff like that for it. If you want more information, obviously, reach out, pixelcrm.com. Always happy to jump on a demo call as well to see how this could best fit into your business for you. But that's it for today. Like I said, it was great seeing everybody at PMRE and just all the great conversations and networking and what have you. If you didn't make it this year, highly encourage you to check it out next year. I'm sure its dates will be released soon. So thanks. See ya. Thanks for listening to the Pixel Marketing Show. If you're ready to go from random acts of marketing to remarkable results, grab your free copy of the Pixel Marketing Method at pixelmarketingmethodbook.com. If this episode helped you, share it with another real estate media business owner. Make sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Until next time.